Okay, welcome to the beer kitchen in the basement. A nice little secondary going there. This one is about, I have a new toy. Here's my new toy. Now what I was using before, and if you looked at some of my, I think I did another video a while back on this igloo cooler. This is what I've been using for the mash tun, and I had mounted the pipes here so I would get even water coming out and stuff like that. The reason I changed this cooler, if you look close, it's kind of falling apart here where the water pipe went through. It's about 30 years old, so it's just kind of falling apart. And I couldn't get the lid to seal anymore. It's just, the more I use it with the hot water, the more it kind of warps out. So I'll put the old in with the new toy. And this is what everybody's been saying to use, is these round coolers, 10 gallon. I got this thing from Lowe's for about 40 bucks. It's an igloo cooler. I don't know, Lowe's sells it, whatever. Maybe they did it cheaper or something, I don't know. Okay, now I've set this thing up as my mash tun. Now I'm going to go over a few things. Here is the same setup I had on the rectangular cooler that I've set in here so it drips water into where I want it. I use this mostly for preheating the tun. So I'll get water up around the temperature I want the tun to be, a little above it, and I'll start pouring it in and dumping it out the bottom. And I'll just do that until the tun is the right temperature. Then I don't have the variations in temperature that you always seem to get if you use a cold tun. So I will be dumping water into this thing and running it out this valve. Okay, and then there's a flex line comes off of here. You know, this is just a quarter turn valve. Nothing special about it. It's I made up a fitting that would seal with an O-ring the drain. I did something else that's quite a bit different, and whether it's good or not, I don't know. But I get to play with stuff when I do it. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to get that so you can see it. Now, what I've done here is I've taken a piece of 1/2-inch copper tube and I've stuck it in the bottom. And there's a short piece here, stainless steel flex, that I used in the other tun to filter the wart through it. This whole thing down here is my idea to make this thing work good so it doesn't plug up. Okay, you know, I used the stainless steel braid, and I had a fairly long piece in the other tun, and I decided to just use some copper with this. One thing, it's a little easier to clean. Now I'm going to pull this off. So I'm using this actually as kind of the false bottom, not because the perforated ones are bad or anything like that. I just wanted to play with something, see if I could come up with something to work. Okay, if you look in the back side, I've drilled a whole bunch of 3/32 holes in this thing, and of course it lays down like that. And supposedly that'll kind of filter the wart, and that may work pretty good. I also set this up here with this end of it with just a little cap on it, so I can clean it easily. I take that cap off, I run water through it with soap, and that's going to clean this whole thing up. So it's pretty simple to get it clean. That was my issue there, was getting this clean. So I'm going to put this in the mash tun. I'm going to try it in a few days here because I got another batch of beer to make. We'll see how well this thing works out, and I'll tell you whether it's any good or it's a piece of crap that needs to be scrapped out and thrown away. So, anyway, latest toy.